Here in India, we named him Dr. Edo. He was our enlightened management guru from the West, who cycled through my country to spread his vision. I was one of his most dedicated followers. He kept a secret that he longed to share with the world, a secret that led to finding answers which changed my life forever. He never set out to make a film. He just wanted to escape from the iron cage. And not that his life was not good. His work had given him everything. He became rich and influential in the wings of power. But it was the same system that limited his freedom of thought when it was needed most. He realized that he had to show his courage and bravery again. But deep inside, he was anxious to lose everything he had. What changed him and his way of thinking was that he saw too much greed and lust for power in the boardroom. The system shut him up and broke his soul. He wondered what had become of him, what he was trying to achieve, and what he could really contribute to good governance. He knew he had to break the pattern. He got inspired during a trip to India, especially when he stayed at Mahabodhi Center in the high mountains of the Himalaya. People were led by this guru and lived a truly connected life with each other. What inspired him most was the guru's ways of thinking and his vision on life. Meeting this guru, Bhikkhu, made a profound impact on him. He triggered something in him, a longing to explore new ways of thinking and a desire to find a better version of himself. At that time, he had no idea that this journey was just the beginning of a much greater journey.
The employees of the company, the employees of the corporate are bound to have problems. They can't avoid because the very objective of this is greed, and greed will always result in problem, suffering. Greed, hatred, ignorance, which are the root cause of all this suffering in our life, can never bring positive result. So when you are trying to make profit at the cost of destroying environment, at the cost of polluting water, at the cost of polluting air, at the cost of polluting Mother Earth, yes, and at the cost of cutting trees, the source of our life, and you are bound to get into trouble, problems. But there's something to learn, that our madness in making money at the cost of destroying environment, or you must understand, we cannot get. After all, we are all, they are establishing new companies, working hard to make monies, and they think the money will bring happiness. Happiness will not come. Happiness will come by realizing the true nature of existence, who I am. who I am, and I am nobody. Realizing that I am nobody. When we become nobody, then no problem. Yeah? Nobody can create a problem to nobody. Everybody can create a problem for somebody. But in this world, everybody wants to become somebody. Nobody wants to become nobody. This is the problem.
It was time for him to start this journey. It all started after he left his company and decided to become a management guru. He opted for the classic route by first writing a management book with a made-up development framework for management professionals. As a real expert, he would teach his students that also in boardrooms you can make a magical moments. But in order to find students he could teach this to, he needed to get established in the management community. So he produced a commercial based on his favorite Netflix series to know him better.
So if you want to reinvent your job or make a contribution to our mission, please do me a favor. Let's meet in person. Better call 24 Governance.
And he arranged to do lots of web shows and live performances, both in Netherlands as worldwide.
Today we're going to be talking about the evolving role of the corporate secretary. And joining me is somebody certainly experienced in this space. Please welcome Edo.
We're sitting down today with Edo De Fete, the founder of the public support and platform 24 Governance. His mission is to increase the impact and visibility of governance professionals worldwide. Welcome, Edo, to the podcast. How are you today, Edo?
Thank you very much, Latricia. Yeah, very good.
Edo De Fete, dames en heren. Dankjewel. En ik doe het niet alleen, zeg ik even. Jorian van Nee, dat is mijn bloedeigen neef. Dus het is een combinatie van inhoud en muziek. Veel plezier.
After 2 years, it was time to start his new life in India, always looking for people which were supposed to be more open to the teachings of a Western guru, at locations full of heat and energy, an endless amount of potential students who were familiar with rituals and Indian traditions, and there were these swamis who had to give them the spiritual answers. In order to find his own student, he contacted me, so that I could book events and organize a lecture tour through northern India and help him to spread his vision. I was his first followers and greatest public supporter. Together, we set out to spread the teachings of Dr. Edo. First, he had to transform into a real guru. He changed his clothes and changed his appearance into a more serious look. To show his complete devotion, he decided to travel on a bicycle through endless voids. His first session was at a university in Dehradun with a handful of pretty enthusiastic listeners.
Such a wonderful job, because you see what's happening, you see that people have the power and take the good or the bad decisions, and you are the one who can influence, to a certain extent, this process.
Now we're going to help her. So normally we can say, well, we can give you all kind of advices, but this one is going to help, really. It's proven. Because when you chew bubblegum, it increases your memory and your creativity almost up to 36%. And it worked. Not in an experienced way, but the memory to the experience was positive.
He started to do some private sessions to get to a deeper level with his students.
Can you explain what did you like?
It was very impressive the way you have connected with the people, but the way you connected with the people and the way you communicated your true message, what you want to deliver to the audience, and the way you have taught us. Especially, I would like to quote one example. You have given the intensity of pain.
Is it patient A or is it patient B?
It was wonderful because we go into moss, but we don't think that the pain was reducing, it was eliminating. This was a different method of looking at the different perspective of looking at the things in different approach.
Thank you very much.
Most of the people were smart professionals, and much to my surprise, they all felt really connected to Dr. Edo.
We are very glad to have you here, and I'm feeling overwhelmed to attend your session. It was very impressive the way you have connected with the people. It was wonderful. Thanks for giving us so wonderful words.
There was something strange about these connections. Basically, he was telling everybody that creating magical moments in board meeting was based upon illusions. But it seemed that people did not care. They just wanted to believe him.
Wow, what a fantastic session. I have never attended a session like this, honestly. And the practical experience and the exposure which he shared, fantastic, fabulous. What I have understood from Professor Edo is that there is so much to learn in governance. I personally feel for Professor Edo, sky is the limit, that limit is limitless, and that limitless limit is the limit for Professor Edo. Thank you, Edo, especially coming over here. God bless you.
नमस्कार, फास्ट न्यूज इंडिया में आपका स्वागत है। गत दिवस फतेहगढ़ चूड़िया के पंडित मोहनलाल एसडी कॉलेज फॉर गर्ल्स में नीदरलैंड से आए डॉक्टर ईडो और मैडम किरण द्वारा गुड गवर्नेंस पर एक इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार लगाया गया। इस अवसर पर डॉक्टर ईडो ने गुड गवर्नेंस पर कॉलेज की छात्राओं को लेक्चर दिया।
It did not take long for some serious institutions to come after him, asking and pleasing him to come to their conferences. He got dressed and went to Chennai to inspire hundreds of directors.
Actually, I always say it's the pizza bottom. If this is no good, stop. The pizza bottom has to be good, otherwise you don't add value to your board.
But where he hoped to feel a sense of final glory, the conference backfired. The management ritual seems little more than public embarrassment.
So let me start with a 20-second yoga here, okay? Right? So can you follow me? Just follow everyone, whatever I do. Just raise your hands like this. All. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast. Yeah. Come on.
Done by charlatans he remembered well from the old days, arrogant by silencing everyone.
Now, that part is to get you out of your mind.
Yeah.
And to free up your emotions, all right? Because here's the second part. I'll do the first part, then switch over into the second.
He began to question why we needed management gurus in the first place. Maybe he also made up just a bunch of nonsense.
My directors were asking me different questions. Edo, please give us different information, sustainability, stakeholder information. I didn't have the answer. Huh? How? What? What should I do? So actually I found out in the year 2014 that I had to reinvent my role as a classical board assistant, and I became more and more what is called in my terms a board innovator. I had to search for new solutions to old-fashioned problems.
Actually, he wanted to prove to others who are looking for answers that no one is more capable to find answers than anyone else. That management gurus are just illusions. So he decided to reveal that he was not real. To prove that anyone can be their own management guru and we don't need others to show us the way. But he had no idea what to do and where to go.
My simple suggestions for the employees of the corporate is to please not only you just become so efficient, so knowledgeable, so expert and smart, making computers, running computers and all these technologies, but also think about the inner aspect of life, who I am, from where I have come, which direction I'm supposed to go, how I'm supposed to live, even raising this simple question, from where the happiness comes. In the similar way, if you have some problems in your company, within the boards of directors, sometimes consulting some technical issue, something could be useful, but ultimately you, the board of directors, have to sit and discuss, go deep, very positive mind, with a positive mind, not fighting, not quarreling, not debating, not arguing, but putting this question in the center. Put the question in the center, then collectively, together, do brainstorming, discussions. Well, then when you keep on searching, you will find a solution to that problem. You will find answers to that questions. So, since the problem is within the board of directors, answer also have to be found there. The problem is here, a solution is not there. Problem is inside, solution is not outside. A solution has to be found out where there is a problem.
Living and cycling as Dr. Ido caused him to be confused. People adored him and felt truly connected. How could he confront the people he loved by telling them his biggest lie? They were very grateful he had come and give him all honor. Perhaps Guru were needed to fulfill people's desire to truly connect it. He decided to have a final session at the local college for girls in Gurdaspur. So they immersed him in Indian rituals again. He received endless blessings, but he also felt that the girls were submissive to the system and hierarchy. Whatever he tried, he hardly heard any freedom of speech. The girls seemed to be controlled by the headmaster dominance, before, during, and after the session. Only at the chewing gum challenge, he saw some smiles on the faces. He began to seriously doubt himself and his mission. Leaving the province of Punjab, he was given special company in the early morning. Like every day, Dr. Balwinder cycled his training round to get inspiration for his poems. With his inspiration, he showed him the way to go.
Through trials and triumphs, we move on. Through highs and lows, our journey's drawn. We seek out a new horizon to explore and find our way to something more. In moments of uncertainty and doubt, we push forward, never back out. For we know that at the end of the road, there lies a destination, a treasure untold. So let us journey on brave and true towards the answer that are meant for you. For when we reach the end of the line, we'll know that it was worth it every time.
In order to find enlightenment, in order to find the truth, in order to be free from the will of samsara, you will have to take responsibility yourself. For that you will have to have total freedom, right? That is why Buddha said very often that Buddhas can only point the way, can give you some hints, can give you some inspiration and encourage and motivation, but Buddha himself cannot give you enlightenment. Buddhas can show the way, the method, the techniques, but the final truth realization has to be has to be dug by himself or herself, within himself or herself. That finally, ultimately, one has to find the answer within ourselves. But to find the answer from oneself, to to search within oneself, sometimes or often can be helpful. Reading a book and consulting or meeting some great teachers, qualified gurus, teachers, can be helpful. No doubt, we cannot say that they are useless. Yes, gurus have, teachers have no role, we can't say it. The books are also nonsense, we cannot say that. We can always take guidance, help, advice from others, including books. But ultimately, one has to, all these reading books or advice of the teachers should help you to go within yourself and find out within yourself. That is good. If going on a pilgrimage, going to a meditation center, spiritual center, visiting a famous gurus, teachers, master, yoga, yogis, all this, if all these things help you ultimately to go within yourself, then they have played their role positively, then it's good. But if somebody says, no, don't worry, I will help you, I'll give you enlightenment, I will give you the truth, I will finish, then please understand that's not, you are meeting with the teacher, guru who are really not qualified, they don't know.
Today is the final day of my journey, so it's time to tell you the truth. Because I'm not who you think that I am. I'm not a management guru. I'm not Dr. Ido. I'm just an ordinary corporate secretary who worked at the board of directors for a long time. It was a wonderful time, but we also had to face some difficulties. And always when we had to face some difficulties, my board of directors went to some management gurus. So after a while I was thinking, why do we need these management gurus anyway? With their management books, their methods, their visions. Why do we need them? They're just a bunch of false prophets selling us illusions. So I started my project. I wanted to prove that anyone can be a management guru. So far I've proven that anybody can be a management guru, and we don't need those other false prophets. It just takes a little courage to search for the truth within yourself or within your team. But happiness and a feeling of good governance will arise when you start this journey.
What you do quite inspiring. Let me put mine this time. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Seriously, thank you.
When I'm on the road for work, I always think of him and what he did to me.
I've been working with Dr. Ido for the past 6 months on his journey to India, especially to promote the cause of corporate governance and see the transformational shift that is happening in the role of company secretaries.
Well, it was innovative in the sense from the last 25 years I have never come across this kind of guidance of handling the boards and to be innovative in the board procedures and looking at governance from a different angle.
Like a light shining bright, far and wide. Like a light, wisdom life deep inside. Just be mindful and thoughtful, be useful and fruitful. Like a light, be a guiding light. Be a guide and teach me right from wrong. Be the light, make me from weak to strong. Just be truthful and faithful, respectful and peaceful. Shine, 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 peace to all mankind. Share love and care if you have. Share your care here and there, everywhere. Just be helpful and careful, be thankful and grateful. Share and care, love is everywhere. Be a guide and teach me right from wrong. Be the light, make me from weak to strong. Just be truthful and faithful, respectful and peaceful. Shine, 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 peace to all mankind. Light, 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 light. Shine, shine, shining bright like a light.